The method that I have arrived at after 15, 20 years of testing, looking for a method, a framework that could be applied to everything from language learning to sports, is this, up here, DIS. And it's an acronym, with the exception of I, and we'll go through each in turn. The first step is deconstruction. Deconstruction means taking something very, very large and breaking it down into smaller pieces. It also means identifying why you might fail before you start. What are the reasons that you've quit? What are the reasons other people have failed? And the goal, we'll look at swimming, the goal is to avoid those problems for at least the first 5 sessions. That's it. And this is based on Nike Plus data. Once you log your data, or just practice in this case, for 5 sessions, they can be very short, you can establish that as a habit. That's your goal. Avoid these failure points for the first 5 sessions. So for swimming, in my case, I didn't learn to swim until a few years ago, which is very embarrassing for someone who grew up on Long Island with a rat tail. It was always due to difficulty breathing and exhaustion from kicking. All of the lessons I tried focused on those things, and I failed. So I found a method, which is called total immersion swimming, that completely avoids it. And you practice by practicing in shallow water and then kicking off from the wall. You don't have to worry about breathing. You don't have to worry about kicking. It looks like this. Streamline left to streamline right and repeat. Almost no kicking involved. Now I can go swimming for an hour in the ocean to relax. It's crazy. You can apply this everywhere. In cooking, for instance, it could be too much gear, too much expense, too much time. And it's also a matter of realizing that cooking, as we think of it, is not just one skill. For most people, it's shopping, prep, cooking, cleanup. So you need to take those away so you're only focusing on the cooking in the beginning. The next is selection. And selection is, in effect, the 80-20 principle, or Pareto's law, where you're trying to identify the 20% or fewer of activities, tools, et cetera, that produce 80% or more of the results. And you can determine this pretty easily. There's a lot of research looking at different fields, searching for exactly this. The Axis of Awesome, some of you may know, the awesomest band in Australia, perhaps. If you've ever wanted to learn to play the guitar, as I had for a very, very long time, found it intimidating for whatever number of reasons, the Axis of Awesome has a video online, you can find it on YouTube very easily, where they use 4 or 5 chords to play almost every pop song you've ever heard. All of the most popular pop songs you can imagine, and they play them with 4 or 5 chords. That is an example of minimalism.